Thanks for tuning in. It's Derek Wood, Conduit Capital Advisors, and welcome to our initial Conduit Connector podcast, I guess you call it. We want to do this on a weekly basis to introduce not just our clients, but some interesting market participants as well, so that you can get informed to make good investment decisions, be comfortable with the decisions you're making. Conduit tries to only work with home run opportunities where we feel the management is aligned with the shareholders' interest and that everybody's going to substantially benefit in a successful venture. And one of the deals that we came across and did a lot of due diligence on was Etruscus Resources, ETR, on the Canadian Stock Exchange. And we're just going to get a little bit of an update and a brief overview here today with Gordon Lam, the CEO. And one of the things that drew us to like this story a lot, it was the capital structure, the management team, and the technical team. And one thing we really like about Gord is he does have a lot of capital markets experience. And we think when you marry capital market experience to a really good technical team and a really good property with a really good structure, well, we all have a chance at home run opportunity, and that's what we're here for. So, Gord, thanks for taking the time. Can you just give us a little bit of an overview of Etruscus and what your goals are here for this next exploration season?
Hi, Derek. Thanks for having me on here. Etruscus Resources, we're a fairly new company. We've just been listed for 2 years only, and we have a large land package in the BC Golden Triangle. When we listed, we started with just 5,000 hectares, but we've now expanded it through staking to over 27,000 hectares. So we've got quite a big package there. We've been advancing it methodically for the last couple of years, and the original package we purchased, we have a existing resource on there that's gold and silver rich, and with the areas that we staked to the north and northwest of the Rock and Roll, the Black Dog deposit, we've expanded, done some work over the last few years. We've also flew VTEM, and this past year we've got 3 new exciting targets out of there. One of which is we've got a lot of high.
So where the Rock and Roll property package is up in BC's Golden Triangle region.
Yes. And
you just talk a little bit about the activity going on there. One of the things that attracted Conduit to this deal was the fact that there had been a lot of previous exploration work in previous markets, and that you were able to expand that property package. But there's a lot of activity going on there in the Golden Triangle, and we feel that we're one of the undervalued stories here, where people can have an opportunity to really cash in here. What do you think of the general region and the opportunity, and how big a potential discovery could be?
Well, we're extremely well located. I mean, we're in the heart of the Golden Triangle. The Golden Triangle is one of the most prolific areas in the world. Some of the greatest deposits ever discovered are from this area, both in large scale size as well as high grades. There's been a lot of investments from major firms in the area recently. Newmont just bought out GT Gold for over $400 million. So, and Newcrest out of Australia purchased the controlling interest in the Red Chris deposit. Next door to us, just 7 kilometers, is Skeena Resources, and they just did a bought deal and raised $50 million. So there's a ton of money going to the area. Infrastructure is being built, deposits are being discovered, projects are being developed into production. So we're real estate is we're located in the prime area that we think that will maybe benefit from the investments that are in around us. So
we like the story. We're just trying to let everybody else know a little bit why. And Gord, you're the CEO, but you have a lot of experience in the finance world and capital markets world. Can you talk a little bit about that, your past experience and what you see coming up here in the overall resource sector of our small cap venture market?
Yeah, my background, I was a broker for 17 years, and then I mainly specialized in putting, putting deals together, taking them public. So, after leaving as a broker, I went on this side of the business and formed my own company. And through one of our advisors, Dave Dupree, who's spent 34 years in the Golden Triangle, he personally selected this rock and roll project for us to acquire as part of our IPO. And we really love the project. We've already got existing resource, as I said, and that's a really good solid foundational block to build around, and we believe there's other deposits nearby. And this is 2-3 years ago, and we had forecast that with all the quantitative easing out there, that gold prices and would soon appreciate, and we're seeing that now at all-time high levels, and we see it going higher. And so I believe that we're well positioned for to benefit from that that increasing gold price.
Yeah, I think it's all probably going to happen at once, Gord. It's funny, we've seen this great surge in the commodity prices in gold and silver and other commodities as well, but it hasn't totally translated into an overall kind of frenzy in the mining stocks yet, and that affords a lot of opportunity, I think, to get into a situation like this before the frenzy starts. And there seems to be the ability to pick a little bit up in the market. It's really cleaned up over the last little while. The structure's looking very clean. There's going to be some good news generated over the course of the summer. Is there still a little bit of a financing available too to people that might be interested, Gordon?
Yes, we recently announced a $1.5 million financing at 30 cents a unit, 35 cents for flow through. So we've already closed the first tranche, and expect to be closing the second tranche probably before the end of June here. So there is a little bit left for those who may be interested to participate. So if interested, give me a shout or call Conduit, and they can relay to us.
Yeah, either myself or Gord. We'll put the numbers up here at the end. And this exploration season coming up on the rock and roll property, you started off with a huge tract of land. You have that a little bit narrowed now, and you have some exciting plans over the summer here.
Yeah, our season's just is about to start. In the coming weeks here. What we're really focused on is what we call the lightning strike corridor, and that's where two of our newly discovered targets exist. One is called the Hurricane, which has two conductors that we discovered with our VTEM last year, and we believe that's an extension to our Black Dog deposit that's our current resource that's about 13 kilometers away. The second target is the Thunderstruck, which has through some sampling we did last year, we have found a big group of veins that are that appear to be quite rich, and a lot of the samples that we took were over 1,000 grams per ton silver, and one of us in fact over 7,000 grams, and that also came with a nice gold kick of, I think it was 12.6 grams per ton. So that area is there's quite a bit of smoke there, and what we intend to do early in the season here is to do a follow-up program with boots on the ground, some further prospecting, sampling, mapping to better identify the drill targets that we're hoping to drill in the right after the completion of phase one. Yep. So we've got a busy summer ahead, and we're definitely quite excited about what's been going up there, and we can't wait to get up there. So.
Okay. Well, listen, thanks for the update there. Again, Conduit only takes on select clients, and we look diligently at a number of aspects before we decide to take on a deal. And people is the number one ingredient. Gord's an outstanding guy, great CEO. He's got a great technical team around him. There's 5 P's of money we look at. That's people, politics, property, price, and promotion. And all of them are necessary for a good mining deal. And with all the due diligence we've done, we believe they all exist here, and that this has, you know, home run opportunity to create a serious wealth creation opportunity for early stage investors. And it's still a great price to get in here. I believe for the, you know, for the right people that are a little bit not adverse to a degree of risk. There is risk in mining. We just try to make sure that the returns are commensurate, the possible returns are commensurate with the risk. And a lot of that is timing. So we're coming into a good mining market. We got great property. We got great people. We're going to work on promotion here as the story unfolds. And the placement of stock couldn't be better. The manager was actually able to place the original stock, right, Gord, directly with their contacts. So it's got all the ingredients. Now we got, you know, now we just need some good results, and we should be off to the races. So any questions, give me a call. The number will be on the screen here at the end, or Gord directly. We'll put his contact details up as well. And do your own due diligence before you get involved. If you have any questions as part of that due diligence, please reach out to myself or Gord. Gord especially is the management, but I'm happy to give you my 2 cents on this as well. So that's great, Gord. I really appreciate the update. Let's keep on working and slugging, and we're going to come into a good market here, and we're gonna, I hope, have some really success on the rock and roll properties and Etruscus Resources. So that's awesome. Thanks, Gord, for taking the time. Cheers.
Thanks for having me on, Derek.